Welcome to The Know, I'm Gus Sorola.
And I'm Adam Ellis.
It's 2017 and Crash Bandicoot is back on top of the world. The remastered N.Sane Trilogy is topping sales charts. It's literally the biggest platform exclusive of the year in the UK right now, proving there's a lot of life left in old school 90s franchises.
But gamers are relearning something that they may have forgotten over the years. Crash Bandicoot is fucking hard. It is. The first game is unbelievably hard. And since misery loves company, thousands of gamers have taken to social media, mourning or whining about all the Bandicoot lives lost when trying to recapture their childhood. Fuck you, Native Fortress.
Yeah, QQ. So of course the big question now, is the N.Sane Trilogy too hard, or are gamers just wimpy babies? Cut to the chase, they're just wimpy babies.
But apart from all the name calling, there is a bright side to all this. Apparently publisher Activision is taking note of all this response, and that could lead to some new things for Crash in the future.
Okay, but let's back up first and give you some context. If you haven't been following the news, Crash Bandicoot N.Sane Trilogy, a collection of remakes of the first 3 Crash Bandicoot games, released last Friday for the PlayStation 4, and while some might have dismissed it as an attempt to cash in on 90s nostalgia, it turns out that childhood can be a pretty powerful thing.
Critics responded positively to the remastered collection. N.Sane Trilogy got an 81 on both Metacritic and OpenCritic. Critical Hit called it a throwback to a more positive time. Crash Bandicoot N.Sane Trilogy is a testament to timeless game design and an example of a remaster done right by 2 studios split across 2 eras.
And even more importantly, the games have been selling like hotcakes. In the UK, N.Sane Trilogy debuted at #1 on the charts, selling more in its first week than Horizon Zero Dawn. We don't have sales numbers for the US yet, but it already appears to be sold out on Amazon here. And gamers in Australia have also reported that they can't find a copy on shelves there either.
But also, the success of Crash is a reminder that old games were hard. Gamers took to social media over the weekend to group mourn over their many, many deaths while playing Crash.
Over the long holiday weekend, for Americans at least, tons of headlines dropped about how damn difficult Crash Bandicoot is, and the topic even got a Twitter moment thanks to its volume.
And literally, there were thousands of tweets about the game's difficulty. One user wrote, "My death count in Crash Bandicoot is higher than my death count in Dark Souls and Bloodborne combined."
Wah. And there were plenty of rage quitters like Davey blah blah, who apparently rage quit his name as he was making it. He lamented in all caps, "No, I don't need an extra mask to help me because I keep falling to my death, not getting touched by turtles. Fuck's sake, I hate Crash Bandicoot."
Still, others enjoyed the difficulty. Chris Raygun wrote, "I love seeing people complain about how hard Crash Bandicoot is. Yeah guys, that's kind of what video games used to be. It's great."
In particular, gamers are having issues with the Hog Wild and Native Fortress levels.
Tip for Hog Wild, you can run along the rope bridge and on like the actual rope. It's fucking totally cheesy, but it works. As Twitter user Luckiest Chloe put it, "Who designed Native Fortress? They've been to hell. I know they have. They made it a level in a video game." She reported that she died 20 times in the level, a sentiment shared by lots of others.
Another gamer on Twitter, @FratDamon12, great name, said, "Native Fortress in Crash Bandicoot was hard when I was 7. I am now 20 and I think it is harder."
So why is Native Fortress so hard? Well, as someone pointed out, it might be harder to land your jumps in the remastered game as opposed to the original.
Sounds like excuses. Some people on Reddit dug into the game and discovered that the characters' hitboxes for Crash and Coco are quite a bit different than the original game. In the remastered games, their hitboxes form the shape of a pill instead of a box, which means that it's a whole lot easier for Crash to slip and slide off ledges. That can lead to some unfair deaths.
Twitter user Ding Dong Video posted a clip of Crash sliding off platforms as compared to the original, while also noting that the arc of Crash jumps in N.Sane Trilogy appears to be sped up, which means that he jumps slightly faster.
Of course, there's a pretty simple explanation for this. The games have all been remastered from scratch because the original Crash source code apparently doesn't exist anymore. And while that's been a really impressive feat, it also makes sense that the mechanics that people remember from the originals might not line up exactly with the new games.
So maybe this hitbox issue is something that can be fixed in a tweak or a patch. We'll have to wait and see, but in the meantime, be careful on those ledges.
Also in the meantime, it seems like the good response to the remastered Crash games could lead to a rebirth for the franchise. Activision CEO Eric Hirshberg teased that there could be a brand new entry in the series down the road.
In an interview with GamesIndustry.biz, Hirshberg said Activision is experimenting with Crash currently, but said he's not sure if there's actual mass appeal for the franchise or if we're just seeing the response from a smaller group of hardcore fans. He said, "We know there's a vocal fan base that wanted that to come back, but you never know if that is emblematic of a larger audience or just this niche, nostalgia-based community. So far, we're seeing some real passion for it, so that could lead to other things."
So there you go. At the end of the day, money talks, and if these sales continues, it's a pretty safe bet. We'll be seeing more of Crash Bandicoot in the future. future. You know, now if they just have to fix those damn hitboxes.
What do you think of Crash Bandicoot N.Sane Trilogy? Is it harder than you remember? Does it feel like those deaths are unfair, or are your reflexes just slowing down in your old age? Let us know in the comments.
And for all your Crash Bandicoot news, there's something we didn't think we'd be saying in 2017. Be sure to like this video, and if you're new around here, subscribe to the know.
Why are people complaining about this?
No, the people complain that there's no original IP, that people only make sequels and remakes.
Okay.
Oh, well, there's plenty of original IP and plenty of fucking remakes.
Yeah, but look at the number one, the top of the sales chart. It's the biggest platform exclusive of the year.
How can you expect it not to be?
Exactly.
And then people are like, oh my god!
I can't wait for the Asteroids remaster.